I was going to start taking breaks for making videos, these types of videos going forward, but Undead Unluck had a really good chapter, so I think moving onward, if I make weekly videos, I'll probably only be talking about Undead Unluck. So this chapter we got titled Feelings Indelible, Words Unforgettable. We start off from last time where Feng attacked Luna and Soul. Luna then fires a soul-based attack at Feng, and Feng manages to tank it, but he's like really injured. But Language is still surprised that he's still alive and notes that she should probably take care of him before he's able to master like fighting with his soul. We get mentioned that Luna is like the pinnacle of like sort of spiritual strength, while Soul is like the pinnacle of physical strength. To differentiate between like Soul and the sun, I should probably call him like Solar. Yeah. So Nico is like trying to figure out what their next word should be. Feng suggests that it should be medicine, like a medicine that will like completely heal him. And then he can fire a soul-based attack that will like really damage them. But Ichigo, sort of having a more understanding of how souls work, mentions that they probably won't be able to beat Luna unless like all of them like are able to fire an attack with their soul. So in order to beat these two, they'll have to like awaken Unforgettable. So the way Ichigo's plan will sort of work is the first word will be an attack by Feng, and then the word she'll use is one that will give Nico a ton of knowledge. But Nico isn't really a fan of this plan because it will end up like killing both Feng and Ichigo. But Ichigo trusts that like Nico can use this game of Shiritori to bring them back. As she's sort of like passing on, she mentions, "You're the first person who has won my heart." And then they both use their words. Feng uses Kuon Shinkoha, which means eternal true soul wave. And Ichigo summons Apocalypse, which is an artifact that looks like a book that gives the quests that everyone has to complete, that the Union has to complete. So while Feng is firing off his attack, Language summons Excalibur and Balmung, which is a sort of a Norse sword. I forget which god uses it. The attack that Feng launched it sort of injures Sol and Luna, but they're still sort of there. We get this scene where sort of it looks like this sort of like black smoke or something like is coming towards Nico, which is sort of an indicator of like someone manifesting their ability. And while he's holding like Apocalypse, Apocalypse has this attack where if you're holding him, because he's an artifact, certain artifacts can like impart memories onto people, and since he's the oldest, he has like the most memories to like give someone. So when someone touches him, they're like filled with all these memories, and it like takes a while for them to like process it. So Nico now has like Unforgettable, and now has all the memories that Apocalypse has like flooded into his memory, into his brain. Nico begins mentioning them that like they promised they wouldn't say, him and Ichiko wouldn't say those words until like everything was over. But he'll like never forget those words. Language mentions that she's like in love with Nico, and he says, "I'm already taken." That's a cool way to end the chapter. We get like a 2-page spread of Nico gaining his ability, and he looks more like he did in Loop 100. He's got the he's got like the bags under his eyes now. I've seen someone mention like it might be possible if Ichiko and Fung are brought back, they might no longer have their abilities, which would be interesting to have. That's the chapter for this week. Really excited to see how the fight continues and possibly ends next week. So that'll be fun. I'll see you next week.